You're listening to SpaceTime with Stuart Gary.
There's growing evidence that the planet Uranus may have another 2 as-yet undiscovered moons. A report on the pre-press physics website archive.org claims unusual patterns just detected in 2 of Uranus's dark rings could indicate the presence of 2 small moonlets, each between around 4 and 14 kilometres in diameter. Astronomers Rob Chancellor and Matthew Hedman from the University of Idaho noticed the ring patterns when they were re-examining old images taken 30 years ago by NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft as it flew by the 7th planet from the Sun back in 1986. They detected periodic variations in the amount of material on the edge of the Alpha Ring, one of the brightest of Uranus's multiple rings. And a similar, even more promising pattern was seen in the same part of the neighbouring Beta Ring. As they examined the pattern in different places around the rings, they noticed changes in the wavelength, which indicate something was breaking the symmetry as one goes around the ring. Chancellor and Hedman are both well versed in the physics of planetary rings. Both have studied Saturn's rings using data from NASA's Cassini spacecraft, which is orbiting the Saturnian system. Data from Cassini has yielded new ideas about how rings behave, and a grant from NASA allowed the authors to use those new ideas to examine Uranus's data gathered by Voyager 2 in a new light. They analysed radio occultations, made when Voyager 2 sent radio waves through the rings to be detected back on Earth. And the team also analysed stellar occultations, made when the spacecraft measured light from background stars shining through the rings, which helps reveal how much material each ring contains. They found the patterns in Uranus's rings were similar to moon-related structures in Saturn's rings known as moonlet wakes. The authors estimate these hypothesised moonlets would have to be much smaller than any of Uranus's 27 known moons. Uranus's moons are especially hard to spot because they're made of a mix of frozen water ice and unknown other materials which give them an extremely low albedo. Albedo is a measure of light reflectivity or brightness. The new findings could help explain some characteristics of Uranus's rings, which are strangely narrow compared to most of Saturn's rings. It's thought the moonlets, if they exist, may be acting as shepherd moons, helping to keep the rings from spreading out. 2 other Uranus moons, Ophelia and Cordelia, also act as shepherds, keeping the planet's epsilon ring confined. The problem of keeping rings narrow has been around since the discovery of the Uranian ring system back in 1977, and it's been worked on by many different dynamicists over the years. Astronomers will now begin poring over spacecraft and telescope images to try and confirm the existence of these 2 potential new moons. And if these proposed moonlets do turn out to be real, astronomers will be able to use that data for future studies.